Hello, good morning everybody. Welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Friday, August the 23rd. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid, guys. This message could play out today. The message may or may not be for you. So all I ask is that you just take with you what resonates, leave behind the rest. I always like to talk about what comes through in my astrology channeling through meditation each morning. And then I do like to jump in with the tarot. So stick around, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video. It does help circulate the content. It's just a nice, free, easy way to show me some support. But we do have Mercury trine Chiron today. And so the death energy was very prominent. We need to remember Mercury is still retrograde. It is in Leo. Chiron is in Aries. And so there is this collective self-identity crisis where we're kind of going within in order to close out some major karmic cycles. So I was shown the Strength card with the Judgment card, and the death energy, like I said, was very prominent in my channeling this morning. And then I was shown the World card with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And so when the Judgment and the Strength card appear together, I feel this is a very powerful collective message of personal growth and transformation. And when you think of the energy of Judgment, it does represent spiritual awakening. It is the process of soul retrieval. And I do feel this really is a huge call for all of us to rise above the past mistakes so we can move forward with clarity and purpose. And we all make mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. And so with the Strength card, this is the embodiment of courage. This is the embodiment of patience and self-control in its highest vibration. And so somebody here, I feel, is being encouraged to tap into their inner reserves, their inner strength when it comes to overcoming challenges, obstacles, because we all have the potential to achieve our goals. We do have to put in the effort, though. And so somebody here, I feel, does have the strength, does have the resilience to overcome this very potent awakening journey. And then we emerge like the phoenix on the other side of this process, stronger than we've ever been before. And so I do feel this is really representing a time, though, of collective karmic reckoning. And so we kind of got to take a step back as well and kind of take stock of our lives. We have to take stock of what's working, what's not working. And we do have to get to a point where we have to make some tough decisions. And so it might be time to put on your big girl pants or put on your big boy pants and take responsibility for your life, because the bottom line is nobody's coming to save us. We have to take responsibility for our lives, and we have to combine these energies to get ready for some serious self-reflection. That's what this retrograde is asking us to do, to get into some serious self-reflection. And so I feel the energies are really showing us that collectively we are at a major crossroads. You can see the visible timeline split when it comes to people splitting different frequencies. And so how can you tap into your inner strength to make a big decision? Because the Two of Pentacles, I feel, is prominent when it comes to being wishy-washy. We can't be wishy-washy. We and only we alone can take charge of our life and can take charge of our destiny. And so I feel with the World reversed, there is like a lack of direction, a lack of purpose. There could be almost like a misuse of power here when it comes to keep repeating the same cycle over and over and over again. So where do you need to reassess your actions? Where do you need to maybe even take responsibility for the consequences of these actions? Because we can't just keep doing whatever the heck we want and expect to get away with it, right? And so what goes around always comes back around. And so once we are accountable for our choices, whether we like it or not, that's when we can kind of wield that healthy sense of strength and power and overcome all of these challenges. And so really, ultimately, the ball is in your court. So what are you going to do with that ball? So let's get into it with the tarot and the oracle cards today. So I picked out a couple different decks. I do want to start off by using the Hearts Hidden Secrets deck to start. So we're going to get a couple of these messages out and then we're going to pull in with the Enchanted Map. I was really drawn to that energy. So look at that bottom of the deck, past life. And then we get commitment. And so you could be in a commitment or a marriage. And sometimes I say we go into these contracts under duress. And so a lot of us go into these marriages, these commitments, these partnerships, and we're not really consciously aware of the choices that we're making. And so there could be a commitment here that keeps revolving around a repeated pattern, and there is a need to kind of complete this karmic lesson. And so the deja vu, when you bump into a soulmate and you're like, oh my God, instant attraction, I've met this person before, it's usually a karmic repeated lesson. And so when we choose to kind of withdraw from these false commitments, it can bring forward a massive karmic reckoning. But let's get into it and let's see what else needs to come through. Keep in mind, guys, this reading is not sign specific, although I will call out zodiac signs throughout the reading. If you would like to book a more personalized message, do feel free to check the link below where you can see the link to my webpage if you'd like to book in for a personal reading. There are several options to choose from. So we're going to get one more of these cards out and we're going to talk about these messages, okay? I feel somebody here is kind of at their breaking point. There's somebody here, I feel, being very dishonest, very deceptive. They're kind of in like the Seven of Swords energy. And then we got the breaking point. It's like the straw that breaks the camel's back. And so usually that final straw of overwhelm where you've reached your breaking point, you've reached your limit. It's usually not a great big tower. It's a tiny little trigger and then boom, you've reached your limit. I feel somebody here is entangled in some type of karmic webbing, and there's going to be a realization. There's going to be a wake-up call. There's likely going to be a new understanding. And then we get this return energy, which is speaking of a second chance, an opportunity, and making amends. And so it's always up to you what you choose to do. But how many second chances are you going to give somebody? Is it just a second chance? Is it a third? Is it a fourth? Is it a fifth chance? So there might be an opportunity to make amends. You might have to return back to somebody from the past and ask for forgiveness. And just because somebody is willing to forgive does not mean that they have to accept back into their lives. And then on the bottom of the deck, we do get the possibilities. And then below that, we get chasing. So when we chase after a foundation, when we chase after a family structure, it's always going to elude us. And so there's something about a toxic pursuit of a family. And so this could be you, this could be somebody you're dealing with. And then below that, we do get the finality card. And so I feel like a Ten of Swords energy. Like, how many swords are you going to let this person put in your back? I want to say there is like a final farewell here. There is a need to create closure, and there is a need to leave something behind in order to course correct, to get back on track. And so when we are in a constant pursuit of even chasing money, chasing love, we are actually resilient to the exact thing that we are chasing after that we want. Because when we are chasing, that's telling the universe over and over again, well, I'm going to chase it and it's going to always elude me because I'm chasing after it instead of attracting it. And so this is about tapping into a new free-spirited adventure, I feel. Maybe taking a risk, Aries energy, the Fool, when it comes to a family foundation. And so the energies are fertile here, maybe to get back on track, maybe to return to something from the past and ask for a second chance, or maybe it's just a fertile time to establish a new sense of family security. And so when we go into these very magnetic attracting contracts, these soul contracts that kind of just are drawn to us, it usually is to highlight a repeated pattern when it comes to an established family legacy. And so we're kind of here to break the mold. So there is something here that needs to reach some type of completion. What is it that you are devoted to? Because I feel there's this underlying energy of exhaustion, depletion. And let me tell you, the awakening journey is a very long journey. It is a very long process. And so if you're connected to somebody depleting you, draining you, what is it that you are missing about this person? What is it that you're craving from this person that you can't give to yourself? Because I do feel the energy is saying it's time to leave behind self-deception. It's time to leave behind this energy of Five of Swords, of where you're being dishonest with yourself. Are you allowing people to betray you? Are you allowing people to trick you? Because there's a new understanding coming forward. It's like this light bulb moment. It's like, boom, the light's going to come on and there's going to be a new revelation about this connection. So let's go a little bit further with the enchanted map and let's get a few of these out. Look at that, into the unknown. Cancer. I heard Cancer energy. And this is kind of like the Judgment energy. So the Judgment, flying high, flying above the fray, flying above the hedge maze. And so this is about exiting the hedge maze. And so we go into the spiral of the subconscious mind when we have this awakening process, when we go through the Judgment. And this is about rising above. So no longer allowing yourself to spiral and kind of spin around aimlessly in the mind. But it does require jumping into the unknown. And so sometimes we don't see the path going forward because we are the path, and we kind of got to feel our way through the journey, because logically we can't think our way through the journey. And so this really is about having blind faith, going full steam ahead, and maybe making a very difficult judgment call. But I do feel like the final straw, the breaking point energy with that into the unknown. And so what is it that you need to embrace to take that leap of faith? So let's get a few of these messages out. Sad Embrace just landed on the Elusive card. And so there's somebody here I feel struggling. It's like almost like a Five of Cups energy, really struggling with maybe an ending, really struggling with walking away from a situation that's really not serving them. I'm sure you can hear my daughter playing in the background. She's just in front of me, playing her Barbies. So that's what you're going to hear, all of that ruckus in the background. So I do apologize for that. But I feel there might be like a final conversation. There might be an opportunity to make amends. But I feel this is about having the strength to walk away from a situation that has caused a lot of emotional discomfort. I also feel this underlying energy of guilt and regret. So let's get a couple of these out. Let's get a couple more of these out. So there could be somebody here sitting in a boatload of regret. I feel there's like this revelation of a very blunt truth. We get the Education card. And so this is carrying with it what I feel like a wounded healer card. And so it is through pain, it is through trauma, it is through great suffering that we awaken to a new way of being. And so somebody here I feel is encouraged to embrace a higher level of education, a higher level of learning. And then we get the Solitude card, and there's the Death energy. There it is. The 13 card is the Death. And so there's something being reflected. Usually the awakening journey is a path of solitude. Somebody here is being asked to be a lighthouse, but it's like their light has been dimmed. Their light is not shining bright. Things are seeming a little bit foggy. Somebody here might be feeling like an island all alone on the path. But this really is to protect you. This really is to protect the treasure from within. And so somebody here I feel is divinely protected. I also feel like a Knight of Cups energy. So I think there's like somebody here like getting ready to open up or unbox a treasure, and then we get peaks of joy. So this is almost like a Seven of Wands energy. This is ascension. I feel this is representative of ascension, and it kind of looks, I'm not sure what that is. Is it a bug or a butterfly? I feel like it's time to spread your wings. It's time to rise above the fray. It's time to heal the ouch. It's time to heal the past pain. It's time to balance out all of these past imbalances. Libra energy. There's some type of karmic justice, karmic reckoning playing out here. And then if you notice, we got the sailboat kind of teetering on that tightrope, and it kind of looks like maybe a wedding band. And it kind of looks like the love is kind of falling out. And so you don't want to let opportunities pass you by. There is a challenge here that needs to be faced, and it may be a choice between two. It may be a choice between two paths, but it's kind of time to set those intentions, set those purest intentions, make that wish, and follow the guidance of your angels. So I would like to read Heal the Ouch. Because of the Chiron energy, I find that very interesting that that card came out. And so forgiveness is the healer of the soul. And we don't forgive for the benefit of others. We forgive for the benefit of ourselves. And so this is a time of healing. Deep-seated healing when it comes to the heart, the mind, the body, and the soul. And so healing is very prevalent in the collective right now. So how can you maybe change your behaviors in order to heal the earth? We are all here to do our part, and it does all start from within. We don't actually see the massive collective change externally until we all go within and restore our sense of overall wellness. And so you might be drawn to study the healing arts, especially when it comes to the education card, but it's really time to heal the earth and to recognize your part that you have to do when it comes to changing negative behaviors, because we all do leave behind a conscious footprint when we leave this earthly existence, and we do need to honor the earth as sacred. And so somebody here is being asked to fully commit to the healing path. How do we heal the ouch? We have to go into this sad embrace. We have to face these old wounds. We might have to release broken bonds. We might even have to mend broken bonds. Reconciliations are possible now, but reconciliation does not have to mean getting back together. In order to reconcile past differences, it actually is the energy of letting bygones be bygones. And so somebody here, I feel, is being urged to make amends for any harm that maybe they've done to another. That could be the underlying energy of guilt that I felt. Maybe somebody here just is being asked to be honest. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. Have you been selfish? Have you been greedy? Have you been inconsiderate of others? All of these are questions that you need to ask yourself, because if you are harboring bitterness or resentment, maybe it's time to practice going deep into the heart in order to harness radical forgiveness, in order to be free, because forgiveness truly is freedom. And so what is it that you need to surrender when it comes to old hurts, when it comes to old pain, so you can begin anew again? And forgiveness of self is huge. And so we are all imperfect. We all make mistakes. We are all human as part of the human existence. And we do need to walk tall after we've done the healing journey. And there's going to be people coming forward trying to trigger the old you. And so I actually had somebody comment on the channel the other day, and it strictly states in the guidelines to keep comments respectful. And there was a very disrespectful comment, and I'm not really going to go beyond that. But the comment was deleted. The user's been blocked from the channel. I will not tolerate disrespect. But I am not the same person I was three or 4 years ago when this person first knew me, and has not been a part of my life for a long time. And so be humble. The journey is humiliating. The journey is humbling. And we do have to own our imperfections. And so to walk the path of the shaman is to walk the path tall. It is to not allow the opinions of others to affect you, because the journey really is between you and God and a higher power. And so be willing to go in to the shadows, to bring this healing light to these hidden wounds. And that will allow the closure that you need to leave behind the past so you can get back on track. So let's jump in with some cards today. We're going to do a 9-card spread, guys. I'm going to use the Mystical Moments deck, and we got one just kind of jumped out. So we get this King of Cups in reversed. This could be somebody that is having a hard time expressing their emotions. The King of Cups reversed, I feel, is very much detached. There could be, like you see the sharks swimming in the belly, and we got the ship at the heart here. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Let's dig a little bit further into these energies, and look at that. Bottom of the deck, we get the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands in reversed. So there is a Three of Wands at play here. You can't grab that new opportunity without taking those action steps. And so there could be the possibility for some type of foundation to come together, two people to come together. If you look on the card, it looks like we've got the two little birds here bringing two people together, lighting the path, lighting the way. And we got the two people dancing on top of the roof. And so we are here to build these new foundations, but we can't squander these opportunities. And so the Ace of Wands reversed is telling me somebody here is being asked to grow, to maybe pick up a book, to learn something new, to grow beyond a stuck cycle when it comes to maybe a family foundation. Maybe the spark is gone. Maybe you're trying to bring something back together, but the spark is gone and there's a lack of growth. But let's do 9 of these cards, guys, and let's see what needs to come through for a message today. What do we got for the collective today. I just feel somebody here is really being asked to make a decision, to go within, make a decision, go into a state of solitude, because that's going to bring you that victory. So the Six of Wands, we get the Six of Wands, we get the Page of Swords in reversed, and we get the King of Pentacles in reversed. And so there is a need to learn something new. I just feel it's time to put your knowledge into action. That's where the victory lies. And so somebody here might be blocked, might be blocked financially. The King of Pentacles in reverse can be materialistic, can be greedy. You see the Three of Pentacles. It's like somebody here wants to be on top. This could be somebody getting knocked off of their high horse and might not feel like a win, but it is kind of like a blessing in disguise. And with this Page of Swords in reverse, it's like, hey, you've made a wish. Maybe you've spent the last 6 years acquiring knowledge, gaining knowledge, and now it's time to put that wish into action. But it takes planting the seed and putting in the work. That's another message here. Let me cut the deck and we'll get the rest of the cards out. Let's see what else needs to come through here. We get the Four of Swords, huge energy of healing. We get the Two of Cups in reversed. This Two of Cups, I feel it's like releasing a false belief about twin flames, or maybe you've been holding on to a connection, believing that this is your twin flame or divine counterpart because it looks like twins on the card. But it's time to heal an old belief. There is a separation here. The Two of Cups in reversed is a separation, and it is right below the Page of Swords. And so if you've been digging, if you've been seeking, if you've been holding on to something that's not been investing in you, it's time to go through a period of healing. There is a need to get honest with yourself. The Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, and usually we break our own heart by staying up in the mind. And so there is a need to release some type of separation is what it's feeling like. We get the Death in reversed. I just feel clinging, holding on. It's like you're all bare bones here. It's like your skin and bones. You can see the ribs exposed. And so somebody here I feel has drained you, has depleted you. And moving on from this cycle has been a very slow process. This has got to be the slowest Chariot card I've got in all of my 150 decks. And so this has been at a snail's pace because somebody keeps getting wrapped up in the head. You see the spiraling in the mind. What do we got here? We get the Magician in reversed. And we also get the Six of Cups in reversed. Huge indication of an ending. So there's a need to release resistance. There's a need to move on from self-deception, from somebody that maybe speaks words of love, has you convinced like, hey, I'm in it for the long haul. Well, where's the ring? Where's the bling? Where's the actual commitment? Because you see upright, she's holding a swan. Swan's mate for life, but there's only one swan on the card. And so there's somebody here that is in it for themselves. I think all they care about is themselves, and it's really time to move on from this. The Six of Cups reversed is healing from old patterns. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing with a water sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Definitely could be dealing with a Cancer. But it's time to recognize that there's been a lot of time wasted, a lot of time squandered on watering a dead tree. We get the Star reversed, Aquarian energy. We get the Seven of Pentacles in reversed. And the Seven of Wands in reverse. It's time to break free from some type of imprisonment. It's really time to uncage your heart. Somebody here has really been all tied up in a situation, believing that it's love. And I feel watering a dead tree. There's a lack of growth. There's a lack of healing. And the King of Swords is saying, hey, you've weaved this web. You've weaved a web of lies. And now it's time to get yourself untangled and to walk away from a situation. We've got a King of Swords. It doesn't have to be a man. You see a woman depicted on the card. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Below the King of Swords, we get the Eight of Cups in reversed. And then we get the Judgment in reversed. And so the longer you hold on to a situation that the universe is saying, hey, you got to walk away from this, the longer it is that you're going to be blocking your blessings. And so below that, we get the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Don't keep yourself caged into a cycle that's not meant for you. It's time to release something. It's time to, unlock the truth of a situation. And I do feel there's some type of threading here that keeps you going back to a situation. Because I think at one point in time you thought this was going to be your perfectly happily ever after, right? There's the two swans. But it's really time to make that judgment call. I do feel that the judgment call is saying, hey, the trumpet's been blown. The call to action has been sent out. And it's time to release something. So let's clarify the Two of Cups reversed. I feel an entanglement here. I really do. I feel some type of entanglement here. So what's the Two of Cups in reversed? Eight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles upright now. And the Hierophant. This is about walking the path of the healer. I feel, look at, we've got the owl. We've kind of, it looks like a character that kind of looks like Alice from Wonderland. Alice, like from The Looking Glass. And so this is about gaining that knowledge, rising above, listening to your own intuition. The owl animal spirit was Lady Isis's animal spirit guide. And so I do feel on this card, we see a woman on the King of Pentacles card. So it could be a woman in masculine energy. And then if you look at the Eight of Pentacles, this is really about investing in yourself, investing in growth. This is about expanding the heart, opening up the heart, and painting a new story for yourself. And so somebody here has gained and acquired a lot of wisdom from this lesson. I feel this is about maybe seeking out a spiritual teacher, becoming a spiritual teacher. And I feel we're just closing out Leo season. And so how can you embrace planting a seed for a new beginning? Because I think things are moving forward very quickly. I do feel there is a separation between a King and Queen of Pentacles here. And you really need to pay attention. Somebody here has been watching, has maybe been taking a step back as the observer. And now it's time to rise above. Now it's time to take the leap of faith. And it's time to get out of Dodge is what I feel. And so we could have two people here not on the same page anymore. At one point in time, it could have been a perfect match. But stop investing in people that don't invest in you. Because this Queen of Pentacles is stuck, is very ungrounded, might be struggling financially, and it's time to harness your drive to go after what it is that you want and to speak that truth into existence. So let's clarify the Six of Cups in reverse, because there is a separation here. There is a final farewell. It could be a parting of ways when it comes to soulmates, but the wheels have been set in motion. The divine is kind of stepping in. The Wheel of Fortune is saying this is a fated time. You see that top wheel, it's got the heart. And so this is about moving things forward. Things are moving forward. It might feel like you're blocked right now, but I do feel it's time to get out of the head. It's time to make a decision. Spirit's hounding somebody here to move forward with their life, with their path, and to release a situation where there is a lack of growth. And so you might be dealing with a monster here, what feels like a monster. It might be time to face that fear monster inside because I notice it's a Monstera plant on the Knight of Pentacles in reversed. And then we get the Queen of Wands. And so it's time to heal your heart. It's time to stop breaking your own heart. And it's time to get honest about a situation that you keep clinging to and holding on to because maybe you put all your eggs in one basket, but it's not working out anymore. It's toxic. There's that webbing. And so how can you get yourself unstuck from a situation that's really got you caged up? It really doesn't feel like it's something that you love. It's got you in a state of lack. There is a lack of growth. It's like everything is dying away. And so you got to block somebody here. I feel you got to just put the block into place. You're dealing with somebody that you're never going to win playing their games. I feel it's like somebody wants to play a game with you, and it's time to find your strength to break these chains. And so there's blocks because maybe you don't know where to plant that seed moving forward. Maybe you're thinking too much in your head. I don't know what to do next when it comes to planting a seed. But the wheels are spinning you forward. It's time to put something into motion here. So what are we putting into motion? What are we putting into motion here when it comes to this ending? Where are we going from here? You're going right towards an Ace of Cups. So how can you start filling your own cup? I feel there's a situation here that's got you caged. You're not your most authentic self, and it's time to open up the heart and do this deep-seated heart healing. And so get ready to do some deep emotional exploration with the Page of Cups. This is about facing the inner child, healing the inner child, and putting in the work to build a new foundation. So plant the seed, be patient, and watch the seed grow. I do feel secrets are coming to light about some type of ancestral pattern here. This is like father time for me. And so the healing journey is a spiral, and we will spiral back to things many times over in order to understand it in completion. And we're right back to that King of Cups. And so there could be a family pattern here of chasing after men that are unavailable, chasing after unavailable people. It doesn't even have to be a man. Chasing after people that are emotionally unavailable. And so get honest with yourself about what it is that you need to release, because the ships are saying it's time to get out of a situation and to sail to smoother waters. And so something is being revealed that you have not wanted to look at, that you have spiraled over with back again inside your head. And what I want to say is you hold the key. So what is it that you need to get honest with yourself about and withdraw from a situation and go your own way? You've observed long enough. It's time to take those guided steps. So we're going to close off the reading with a past life lesson message. Traveler, maybe it's time to just travel to where you've only dreamed of going. But I feel somebody here has fought a long, hard battle with somebody. We get the military card. We get the prostitute card. And this to me is like, don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. Somebody here is like living a hidden secret life, or they've got a hidden secret here. And you might feel like you're stuck in this situation out of necessity. Doesn't have to be, but freedom is here. You have the right to fight for your rights, to fight for your freedom, and to step into your service mission. And so get ready to travel where you haven't traveled before. I feel ascension. This might even mean traveling the globe. But I do feel a challenge here is greed this lifetime. And so do not cling to material possessions. Do not allow material possessions to have power over you, because God can giveth, and God can taketh away. And so aloneness too is another lesson here. And so when you're stuck in a circumstance that you feel entrapped in, you need to remember you're there by choice. We all have the ability to make another choice. And so maybe it's time to lead a solitary life for a little while and spend most of your time alone right now, and to heal some type of father wound, I feel. And so we will all be blessed with abundance when we come into that aligned state. And so abundance is an inside job. There is plenty to go around. There is more than enough to go around. And so when you give, you receive. I feel somebody here is under the pressure of maybe a lot of envious people. We could have somebody here that is being blessed with a lot of abundance, and there's going to be a lot of envy towards you. But this really is about healing a father wound. And so when we keep chasing after unavailable people, then we feel like we're being punished or maybe even ridiculed. But it's time to get yourself out of this false imprisonment. That's a big message today, guys. So if you would like to book a more personalized reading with me, check out the description box below. I would love to get that booked in for you. I hope you all have a good day, everybody. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.